Hey guys, it's me. Um, I just feel like I have a story to share and that I should not be afraid to be in front of the camera. I used to be a ham. I'm saying used to in the sense that like I loved to be in front of the camera and I was like, yeah, I was a ham. My dad, literally like the day out of the hospital, my dad had a camera on my face and I never stopped. I love entertaining. I love making people laugh. I still like to do that, but my self-consciousness comes from my movements right now. That's my biggest thing. And you'll see them in the video, and you'll see them in my other videos because honestly, they're hard to hide. And I'm currently going through some hardships when it comes to like things that are going on in my life and like with the Huntingtons and stuff. And it's interesting because I am surprised at how strong I am. And then I'm like, not that I wonder why, but things still hurt me and I still feel the pain. But I realized that the things I went through in my past helped me find the strength in my future, in my now. And even though they were really shitty, like, excuse my language, sorry, even though they were really bad, like befriending people that tore me down, that were no good, I'm not going to get too deep into it. And then as a result, thinking that was my blueprint for friendship, was being less than and being treated like you were less than. And so I allowed that to happen in my relationship. Now I'm saying allowed because the only way that I could kind of move forward past all this stuff was not to like, I'm still trying to forgive some parts of it. But when you look back and you're like, okay, I spent all this time I was cheated on constantly and like being a doormat and letting people walk all over you because you thought that was your role. That was your lane. And I endured a lot, a lot. So when I finally got out of it and I finally like met Mike and I was in a relationship with someone and it took a while for me to meet Mike. It didn't happen immediately. You find someone that loves you as you are. Mike never knew me before I had Huntington's. So there was nothing that I had to prove. He just fell in love with me the way I am and I am who I am. You know what I mean? But it's incredible because all that crap that I went through in the past, even though I've sometimes been like, I wish I could get rid of it and eliminate it, like no one wants to get cheated on or whatever, but I feel like I went through it for a reason. The suffering that I went through made me stronger. And it's empowering when you realize that they don't have any control over you. And when you start to do that spring cleaning I talked about in the other video when it comes to friends and also with yourself, you realize like, hey, maybe I am a lot stronger than I thought it was. You know what I mean? And it helps me throughout my daily life. And YouTube has given me a lot of tools to kind of be really introspective with my life. It's like watching other people's YouTube videos has enlightened me in so many ways that I wish I had when I was younger, because when you're that young, you really don't know what's going on that much. And now I feel like though social media is a hindrance, I feel like it can also be a tool for younger people to kind of understand like and identify when they're in some kind of a toxic friendship or any kind of a toxic situation at all. It doesn't even have to be a friendship. We do these things to ourselves because somehow we've believed or we've made ourselves believe that that's all we deserve. And once I got to my relationship that lasted way too long, that's where I was. That's where my self-esteem was. I felt like that's what I deserved. And that's not what anybody deserves, But when you come to that realization, like, whoa. And then when you meet someone that loves you and sees you, there's no pretense. Like, Mike just sees me. And never once has he made me feel like I was less than him. But in the beginning, what did I do? I acted less than. I acted like an accessory too. I was still being a victim, in my own mind, being a victim. And I was very emotional too. There's guilt that comes with loving someone and knowing that, I'm not going to say I'm damaged, that's not nice, but knowing that they're inheriting more than just like the normal amount of emotional support. There's two layers to me. And I just think that when you meet someone that is that willing and loves you as much as you love people, because I just love so hardly, and this person loves me back that much, I was able to grow in this relationship, and I'm able to be myself and to find independence and find find my own strength. And I feel like it's so much easier for me to kind of just like, not bounce back, but put things into perspective and like understand that, because I had a major setback right now, and I don't want to get too much into it until it's a little bit more resolved. It's not like a personal thing. It just has to do with other stuff. And it was very emotional, and it was very hard for me to deal with. And I was just thinking, like, how quickly I can rally now. Because in the past, I wasn't able to rally this fast. And I think now, I just think to myself, and this comes from the wisdom of having Huntington's this young, being symptomatic this young. I'm not like completely symptomatic to the point where I am incapacitated, but I have wisdom that I feel like is good. Well, it's sad that I have it, but I feel like it's a good thing to have, that I understand how important each day is, okay? And I would be lying to you if I said that I didn't stop every day. This is actually something I do. I stop every single day and I look around. Maybe I just take a deep breath. I look at the sun. I look at the trees. I look at my dog who's right there. And I just take a minute and be like, I'm alive. And that's the most important thing. I woke up and I'm alive. And that is a huge deal. What are you going to do with your day? Sometimes I can't. I'm tired and I'm emotionally exhausted because that's life. It's not all pretty having Huntington's or living. It's not all pretty. But the fact that I can get out of bed every day, that's a testament. That's strength. And you know what? I'm not the only one that does that. There are so many people that do what I do and just get out of bed and just keep moving forward. And you know how I do it? Even if I'm feeling so down, like there's no hope, whatever. You know how I do it? Because I think to myself, how lucky am I to be alive and to be able to get out of the bed, to be able to walk, to be able to do all of these things that other people might not be able to do. How lucky I am to be alive, okay? And I know this video was all over the place, but what I really wanted to come back in and start to say, like, I want to share more of my story. Like, it's much bigger than just the Huntington's, and it has a lot to do with my past. And I want to be able to create a space where people can come and watch and learn along, and I'm also learning too, how to, like, keep moving forward when there's so many things that are kind of pulling you down. How to stay positive. Am I positive every day? That'd be a lie if I said that every single day I was positive, but do I always wake up? Do I always get out of bed? This is something that I never really think about, but I have people stop me and say, like, do you realize how strong you are? And I don't think to myself how strong. I don't think that about myself a lot. I don't sit around going, oh, I'm so strong. But when people say, like, think about the stuff you go through and you get out of bed every day. Yes, because I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. And I talked about that in my last thing. I am no longer a victim. I am in control of my life. And I'm relearning about myself. It's fascinating to be 30, to be learning about yourself all over again. Because when you're kind of entered in these toxic friendships, and I think I stuck around in that mindset for so long because it was so much easier dealing with other people's problems, using that as a blanket to never deal with my own. So it's like now that I feel like it's a whole new level, and I'm this whole sense of like evolution that I'm going through. Now that I'm in this spot, I feel like there's so many things that I can share, and I feel like I'm in control of my destiny to a certain extent. Like when it comes to the medical stuff, there are amazing things on the horizon. I can't get into that right now either, but I guess not to lose sight and to be strong. Try to be as strong as you can be, but also allow yourself time to just rest. It's another random thing. Please rest. Please take time just to like decompress, because if you don't do it, you're just going to be exhausted and you're no help to anybody, but and also take care of yourself. And this goes for the people, to the caretakers, to the people like my mom who tirelessly works to make sure that my dad is the best care, to the people that take care of people that are sick or whatever, to those people, to the caretakers, please don't ever forget to take care of yourself, because I'm telling you right now, that's more important to me than it is to take care of myself. I care more about Mike taking care of himself emotionally and spiritually than I do about myself, okay? So, summary, all right? Part of finding strength in yourself is letting go of the hurt in the past, or letting go of the things that happened and finding strength within yourself, right? 'Cause hiding behind toxic things, hiding behind those things and not dealing with yourself is not helping anyone, right? So that's definitely something that I say, find out what's toxic, and I'm not saying take accountability, but I am saying understand how you got there, because you'll never fully be able to kind of like, it's not your fault, but you should always think about your role in it. That just kind of helped me to move past it too. Just remember that to just be so happy to be alive, to get out of bed every day and be grateful. And I'm not kidding. You have time. If I have time and I'm forgetful, like literally, shout out to Susie Stoltz. I forgot her 30th birthday. She's like one of my soulmates. I've been friends with her since high school. She wasn't mad because she's very understanding. I forgot another friend's birthday too, Dominic. I don't do it on purpose. I'm very absent-minded. So with that being said, like, I don't even know what I was saying. There you go. The point is, just always take accountability for what you can do. Oh, I remember what I was saying. If I'm absent-minded and I can find time every day, I'm not kidding, to look around, to take a moment and be like, I'm alive. That's important. So this is going to be about growth. The channel is going to be about finding yourself, because I think that never stops happening. And I'm right on the cusp of such an amazing things. How to deal with a chronic illness. I'm going to call it a chronic illness because it's not necessarily a chronic illness, it's progressive, but it helps people that are dealing with other things too, how to live with it, how to deal with it, and also how you can still keep growing as a person emotionally, like with the growth that's happening with the victim mentality and stuff. So this is a very roundabout video, and I know I didn't necessarily stay on topic, but I'm going to post it anyway, even though my mom's going to say like, oh, no one wants to watch it. I'm going to post it anyway, because I just want to get this out there. I just want to start being proactive with posting, and yeah. So as always, feel free to like this video. If you have any questions or concerns, leave a comment. And also, like, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, definitely you can do that too. You could share the video, all that fun stuff, so we can just keep the message out there. And as always, please, as always, you can always make donations to the hdsa.org. They are the official chapter, whatever, and that always is going, there's amazing things going on with Huntington's right now. So much money is pouring in, and this is also about spreading awareness. So as much as you can, like and share, spread it. So I'm going to leave you guys with this thought, right? And it's this: if you can do anything with your time and your life, what would it be? Okay, it doesn't have to be like, it could be anything that you want, right? And right now, for me, it's reading. I know that sounds ridiculous, and like, it's a different video, but just thinking about what's something that if you can do anything, what would you do? And I think another thing that I thought to myself was, I really want to try to make some kind of a YouTube channel that people watch and want to see. So that's another thing that I'm kind of seizing right now. So anyway, I really don't know how to edit. I think I'll learn as I go along. If you made it this far, I love you. Even if you skipped to this part, I still love you. Anyway, this is just a little bit longer because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. And I love you guys. Take care. Bye.